As we heard, it may take weeks before officials have an accurate number of just how many people died in yesterday's attacks.
Meantime, the FBI, U.S. intelligence officials, and other investigators are working around the clock and are now focusing on Saudi exile Osama bin Laden. This after evidence linking one of the hijackers to the renegade terrorist. Joining us to talk about the investigation is security and terrorism expert Bob Finke. Thanks for coming back again, Bob. From your experience, any idea when the intelligence community will have some kind of definitive idea about the events leading up to yesterday's attacks?
Well, I think they already have some idea, whether it's from NSA or CIA or DIA, but again, they're in the process of collecting and accumulating all the intelligence from the various assets they have around the world.
Bob, a lot of people are concerned that this attack is not finished yet. What's your sense of that?
Well, Jill, as I said during the millennium transition, I said that an event like this, a massive event, is going to happen on our territory. I think we're going to see more of these events. Again, you may not see them for a year, 2 years, or 3 years. And unfortunately, I still think we're going to see either a chemical or biological attack.
And this morning, we heard more news from Boston about possible leads about linking some of the hijackers, possibly with overseas terrorists. One car was found at the Boston airport, and some training manuals in Arabic language and a couple of passports for the United Arab Emirates were found in the car. Important leads?
Yes and no. Yes, they could be to possibly give indications of the people who boarded the aircraft, or they were purposely left to show the United States that, these were Arabs from whatever country they came from, and to show that, we're not an invincible nation, that we can be attacked. And unfortunately, it's happened, and we had an escalating series of tragedies with 3 buildings yesterday, and, it's going to happen again.
You said, well, it's going to happen again. You mentioned possible biological attack, Bob. Do you think that the future attack, whether it comes, a month from now or a year from now, will be again on U.S. soil?
Yes, I do. I'm not saying that we won't have any attacks at any of our government or non-government facilities overseas, but I do believe we're going to see it again because the greatest impact that we can receive is going to be on our own territory. And while I'm saying chemical or biological, I don't necessarily mean a WMD, weapons of mass destruction. I think we may see an event like Shinriko, Tokyo subway, 1995, where somebody will use a chemical and we may have maybe 50, 60, 100 casualties, but not thousands, because it's very difficult to weaponize either a chemical or biological agent.
Bob, quickly, you heard President Bush's comments last night. Any hints of what America's response might be from that?
I think the operative word in President Bush's speech was harboring, and that we will bring these people to justice. I don't think bring them to justice. We're going to give them justice, and I think there will be a military retaliation.
All right. Security expert Bob Finke, thanks for being with us again this half hour.